You're listening to HealthWorks Radio, because good health really works. Once again, here are Jennifer Thompson and Alan Glasser.
Welcome back. You are listening to the HealthWorks Radio Show here on CKNW, online at healthworksradio.com. My name is Jennifer Thompson with Pain Away expert Alan Glasser from Mark's Pharmacy at 80th and Scott Road in Delta. HealthWorks Radio is brought to you by participating pharmacies listed at healthworksradio.com. And why listen to HealthWorks Radio? Well, it's easy. Good health really does work. Now, Alan, on HealthWorks Radio here, we like to talk to the experts. We're joined on the line by Barry Carlson, who's an author of health books and a formulator of nutritional supplements. Barry, welcome to HealthWorks Radio.
Thank you.
Now, can you just give us a little bit of a background of what your dealings are when it comes to natural products and trying to find solutions to help people naturally?
Well, at the very beginning, when I was a young man in my early 20s, I was a competitive athlete, and I studied nutrition as a way to enhance athletic performance, and that got my interest going. I studied vegetarian diets with world-class athletes. I adopted that myself and went on to win championships. But my interest in natural supplements as a way to maintain good health has been ever since I'm in my early 20s, like I say, and I'm after 70 now.
You know, what really is my passion, and we talk about here often, is pain control. And you've just brought out a brand new product, the Vitex Nutrition's C-NAG. Can you tell us a little about what is C-NAG and what does it mean to people who use it?
Well, C-NAG is a acronym for N-acetylglucosamine plus vitamin C. This is a proprietary formula that we have developed and recently been approved by Health Canada. We've been given a license for this product for treating inflammatory bowel disease and the pain associated with that. So that's been our focus. We've worked on this product for over 25 years to bring it to this stage, and finally it's been approved. But C-NAG is a natural compound that is part of the body's repair process. The body makes N-acetylglucosamine, and from this it repairs the tissues and cells within the body. In particular, in the digestive tract, the rate of turnover, they call it. In other words, the cells are being destroyed, as it were, and then rebuilt every 3 to 4 days. The turnover rate is very high. And in people with the inflammatory bowel disease or Crohn's disease have not the ability, their body does not have the ability to replace these damaged cells quick enough. In other words, the body can't make enough NAG when it's in this particular disease state. So supplementary NAG provides the body what it cannot make and repairs these cells, maintains the lining of the digestive tract and the respiratory tract. The mucous lining is composed mainly of NAG. But every cell in the body uses NAG. The joints, part of the problem of arthritic joints is the tendons and the mucous lining of the joint is deficient in NAG, and therefore there's not enough of this mucous lining to protect and cushion the shock, and this leads to pain. And by taking supplemental NAG, it can help not just in bowel disease, but in osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, respiratory problems, and so on. And we've had many people now who try NAG, not for bowel disease, but because they have aches and pains. And one of my friends who tried it personally is here with me, and he's had pain for 2 to 3 years in his leg, and it's been very painful. He's gone to every method of treatment, chiropractic, naturopathic, physiotherapy, acupuncture, I believe, and nothing worked. And he took C-NAG. The second day, his pain is gone, and he continues to take NAG, and he's pain-free. So we're getting quite a few, side effects, if you want to call them that, of the benefit of NAG. It's a remarkable product. I've been in this business for almost 40 years now, and I've never seen such remarkable and quick results with a natural product as we have with NAG.
Let's put your friend on the line. Michael, thanks for joining us today here on HealthWorks Radio. Barry was just giving us a bit of a breakdown of the problems you've had. Your pain originally started in your hip.
Hip and the legs, actually. I've been a cyclist all my life, and about 2 years ago I started to get pains in the legs. And wasn't too serious, but then a little bit of a problem with the hip. people started noticing I was limping a little bit. So I tried everything from that point on to get rid of it, of course, like we do, acupuncture and chiropractor and therapy, all sorts of things. And nothing really worked. I read about this, and I noticed that it replaces or is the tissue in the bone area. And I thought, well, my doctor said it could be arthritis that I had. So I thought, well, I'll just try this. And wow, I took this stuff. The information says you take 6 tablets a day, so I took 3 in the evening and 3 the next day in the morning, and within 24 hours the pain had gone. It's incredible.
And we had been told that you had basically spent a small fortune on physio and chiropractors and acupuncture. None of it worked, but this product did.
I've done all that, yes. I've done all that. Nothing worked at all. And I mean, it didn't. I wasn't disabled or anything. I could still move around and ride my bicycle, and but there was a dull pain there all the time, and I did have this little limp on my right side, and it's all gone. Just beautiful.
Thank you so much for joining us today here on HealthWorks Radio, Michael.
Highly recommend it.
We know that NAG is specifically as an anti-inflammatory in the gut, but of course, inflammation is very similar throughout the body. The process.
Exactly.
Especially in our joints, and so those people who have whether it be an IBS problem, irritable bowel problem, or pain in your joints that doesn't seem to be going away, N-acetylglucosamine obviously is a way for the body to absorb the glucosamine, which is a necessary repair element for the rest of our body. And you've come up with a great product here from Vitex Nutrition, the C-NAG, which is now available at Mark's Pharmacy. It's 80th and Scott Road. As a matter of fact, we're going to give away a $5 discount to the first 5 callers.
Give us a call right now. $5 coupon is yours for the first 5 callers to 604-280-9898, 604-280-9898. Barry, let me ask you, when it comes to the pain level, and obviously diet and nutrition and that kind of stuff, it plays a role. You often hear about people who have, irritable bowel, inflamed bowel, Crohn's disease, describing the pain almost like they've got razor blades or small little knives in their stomach and in their gut. What will this product do to alleviate those symptoms and pain levels?
Well, it would do a lot. Over the years, we've had a number of people who have Crohn's disease. In fact, the original research on NAG was done at UBC back in the 1980s with Dr. Burton, treating Crohn's disease, and they got remarkable results. And that's, of course, led to the introduction of NAG as a dietary supplement, and ultimately to getting approval by Health Canada for treating Crohn's disease and inflammatory bowel disease. The information that we've had from those people is that they can live normal lives in most cases. Colostomies are, the end of the road, as it were, with Crohn's disease, and many people have avoided taking the disease that far. They can live without the pain. It's a remarkable thing, and it's totally safe. This is a beautiful part. There's no side effect because it's a natural substance that the body makes. It's in everybody's cell, so there's no counterindications to it. So you can't overdose. So it's totally safe, and therefore worth the try for anyone with these diseases. And 90% of the people that are shown in the studies respond very favorably.
So, Barry, it looks like it's really easy to take. You're taking a total of 6 capsules a day, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. And, your friend Michael there had an experience within a day or two, his pain was decreased. So, basically, in the first bottle, you should see an improved result in your life. So, we're talking about people with irritable bowel problems, Crohn's disease, colitis, that type of issue, and also anyone with swelling or pain in your joint, because you really need this N-acetylglucosamine, because we know that's an essential building block in our cells to help prevent pain to get in our joints.
Yes, and not only just pain. One of these pathways of N-acetylglucosamine is the production of hyaluronic acid, which is essential for the health of the eye. So even people with vision problems can get some significant benefit with N-acetylglucosamine.
The product is called C-NAG. It's available at Mark's Pharmacy at 80th and Scott Road and through our website, healthworksradio.com. Barry Carlson, thank you so much for joining us today here on HealthWorks Radio. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Well, on HealthWorks Radio, each and every week, we like to talk to the local experts so that we have the best information to give to you. And we have on the phone pharmacist Jeff Curtis from McDonald's Prescriptions in the Fairmont Medical Building, which is on Broadway, by the way, right near VGH. Jeff, welcome to HealthWorks Radio.
Thank you, Jen.
Now, we were talking about compounding medication, and let me ask you, you do it at your store. How do you compound medication to help your customers?
Well, we've been doing it for a long time. We've been serving Vancouver since 1926. And so we're quite confident in our compounding skills. So what happens is usually we get presented with a prescription from the physician that has got something that's unique that's not commercially available. Or it is commercially available, such as a situation where we have to make it up because there's a shortage or there's some reasons why we cannot obtain it.
And that must make your customers very relieved and very happy. Do you have a success story of someone that you've compounded medication for in the past?
Yes. Actually, usually it's quite common for us to have these little stories because people come in dire straits where they're trying to find something. They've been on it for a long time, and it's just not available, which is quite common in these days. We have a little boy, Matthew, who lives on the Sunshine Coast, and he was on an anti-epileptic medication called Zerontin or ethosuximide, and he was on it for a while. It controlled his seizures because it's used for a certain type of seizures, and there's a manufacturing shortage, and it has been short now for almost about a year. And they tried different other medications, and he continued to have seizures on the other medications. So we were approached by the doctor and by the family if there was any way that we could compound this medication. And with our resources, we were able to find some formulas that would allow us to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to source the ingredient, and we were able to make it for him. And through our networking, we were able to approach PharmaCare, because this little boy was covered through PharmaCare for his medication. And again, compounding and obtaining the ingredients, it's not cheap, and financially wise, they wouldn't be able to afford it. So we were able to approach PharmaCare. We got the doctor to apply for what's called a special authority on behalf of the physician requesting why he needed this. And on our behalf, we sent in our special authority request, and we were able to get it covered for this little boy. So he doesn't live near us, so we have a great shipping network here in our pharmacy, and we were able to ship it up to him. So every couple of months, the mom calls me, and we make up the medication for him, and he haven't had any seizures since he's been on our medication.
And that's fabulous. Thank you so much for joining us today on HealthWorks Radio here on CKNW. Pharmacist Jeff Curtis is available for your consultation at McDonald's Prescriptions in the Fairmont Medical Building in Vancouver on Broadway near VGH. Thanks again, Jeff. Well, that'll do it for another episode of the HealthWorks Radio Show. Thank you for joining us. Remember, all of the topics, guests, and products that we've discussed this hour, all the information is available either at Mark's Pharmacy at 80th and Scott Road or on our website at healthworksradio.com. The HealthWorks Radio Show is produced by Greg Schott. Thank you, Greg. On behalf of myself, Jennifer Thompson, and health expert Alan Glasser, thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.